Fam, what's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here this morning right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. Give me a roll tide inside the comment box. I appreciate you guys being here more than you know. I wanted to add actually one more clip before we get going. Let me know where you're coming from inside the comment box. I appreciate you guys being here, and thank you so much for joining me right here on Bama Football on YouTube. It is Wednesday. It is July 3rd. And I just saw this come across on Twitter, so I wanted to get to it before we jump into some of our other topics that we're going to talk about today. Here's kind of a little preview of what we're going to be talking about. But I think, as we start out this day, and I like to start out the day with gratitude and, kind of give thanks for what we are offered each morning, the ability to, get better, to continue to thrive in this, short trip around the sun. But this was a message that came across, and I think I just want to take just a second really quick. And this is from Jalen Hale. He's an Alabama wide receiver, and I can only imagine how he's feeling right now. He was injured this past spring, and he says this, Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for reminding me that with you, anything is possible. I praise you for that. Give me the strength when I feel weak, and give me the wisdom when I face daily challenges. I know you have a great plan for me, and you'll help me get there. May I always obey you and use your abilities you've given me to the fullest. In Jesus' name, pray. Amen. Now, I open with this because Jalen Hale I don't even know if he's 20 years old yet, okay? And I think about the challenge that he must be going through at this point in time in his life, right? And raise your hand inside the comment box if you've gone through any sort of adversity, okay? I know I have, okay? And, let's say like 18 months ago, as I've shared with you guys, I like to share my personal experience as well. I went through it. I went through a lot, right? And you guys saw what happened this spring. Everybody saw that. And those are different opportunities for growth. And I remember one thing, and what happened, many months ago, when I got divorced, that was heavy, right? And so I was thinking about it, and my life has been so fruitful, and I'm at such a good place right now, which I'm grateful for. This is back to Jalen Hale. I'm gonna tie it together, I promise you. But when I was going through it, my dad was like, man, he was like, this is a real test of adversity for you. And I was like, wow, like instead of like feeling sorry for me or like, of course my family was there, but this is adversity provides opportunities for growth. And if we don't have to go through adversity, then we're never going to get to where we can ultimately be. And I think when you are punched in the mouth, how do you respond? How are you able to recover? What are you going to do? Because guess what? Nobody is going to come and save you. And those of us who are older, who are wiser, I'm 40 years old now, and I've gone through a lot. And what I've understood is there's no one's coming to save you. You are responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your own actions, and everything is on you. So my heart goes out to Jalen Hill because I know this dude is an absolute warrior. He wants to be out there with his team. I'm sure the recovery process is challenging at different points in time. And if you're just joining us, I appreciate you guys. We have Jalen Hill. He just tweeted this out about 12 minutes ago. He has a lot of gratitude for where he's at in his recovery process. And we're all praying for the kid. And whoever else is going through suffering or adversity, we got you. Continue to fight through it. And we appreciate you guys, in your journey, in your life. And if you're out there and you're going through it right now, keep going. All right. It's not the overall destination. It's the what? It's the journey. So work on yourself, talk to people, and it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to struggle because guess what? From that struggle comes growth. So continue to push forward. And we open up with that. Prayers to Jalen Hill. I cannot wait to see his recovery. And think about the players who have recovered in the past. Like one of the most amazing stories I think about is like Trey Sanders, right? Who is no longer playing at Alabama, at TCU. And you look to his journey, right? I mean, my goodness, 5-star out of IMG, comes here. And then when he finally got on the field, he finally scored a touchdown. A week later, gets in a car accident. And the guy almost didn't play like forever for football. So he comes back. And man, it's amazing to be able to see his career. So I'm always kind of have my eye on Trey Sanders, where he's at. Wade, inside the comment box, he got diagnosed with cancer at 45. I'm 47, but God has this. Exactly. And one of the things that we practice is giving your anxiety away, right? Because that anxiety will definitely fester within yourself. And then you have a bad day just because it gets up inside of your mind and you can't move forward because you created the clouds, even though it's a sunny day. Right? And Jarvis, you're right. Sometimes when we spit life on here, that's fine because that's how it is. And I know a lot of people have to get it. And I know a lot of people get energy from my energy. But I'm telling you, push through. So, Wade, I'm praying for you. Put you down on the prayer list. And we continue to move forward. But don't create clouds that aren't there, right? If the sun is out, go out. Get the guns out, right? So be happy. One trip around the world. That's what we got. We're going to make the most of it right here on Bama Football on YouTube. DC777, what's up? We appreciate you. We started out with the tweet from Jalen Hill during his recovery process. So everybody, make sure to keep him in your prayers and your thoughts as we move forward. Jarvis, what's up? Max Tooney, what's going on? Do you guys see this? All right, let's open up the show. I appreciate you guys being here. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Man, it's been a whirlwind of recruiting. We're going to talk recruiting for sure, but I wanted to talk a little bit of college football as well. This is the preseason Big 12 media poll. All right, so the college football world is wild. Okay, these are the teams. Who comes to mind in the Big 12 when I say Big 12? Texas comes to mind, Oklahoma, and I don't know, Oklahoma State. Well, this is who is running the preseason Big 12 poll now. Okay, so you have Utah up at the top. You have Kansas State, you have Oklahoma State, you have Kansas, Arizona, Iowa, West Virginia, Central Florida, Texas Tech, TCU, Colorado's there at 11. Aren't they like a number 91 on NCAA football? Baylor, BYU, who's that? Cincinnati at 14, Houston at 15, and Arizona State at 16. So look, this is the media poll. And I ask you, what's up, Bama Still? I see you inside the comment box. Out of these teams right here, Utah, let's take the top dog, okay, right now in the preseason poll. Utah. Where would Utah, and I know the preseason SEC poll is not out just yet, but where would a team like Utah, look, I have respect for Utah, and they just announced who's going to be the future coach at Utah after Kyle Whittingham. But where would Utah be ranked within the SEC? Think about what I just said. Where would Utah be ranked in the SEC? The division of the SEC and the Big Ten is going to be something that you haven't seen before. Jarvis is saying 7th. It's hard because you got to pull up like the SEC and kind of see where teams fall into line. Look, Utah has always been known to have a really good defense. It's tough to play out there, challenging environment. But I think, you look to where the Big 12 teams would be, and you compare that to the SEC or even to the Big 10 or the Big 16 or whatever you're going to call it. I don't know. But there's a big difference between the Big 12 and the major conference along with even the ACC, right? I don't even know when the ACC poll drops, but right above Vandy, Will is saying, what's up, Will? I appreciate you being here. David, what's going on? Jeremiah, Christian, New Jersey, love you, man. Love to see it. Working on some new emojis today, so you guys watch the emojis. Today is Hump Day. You're right, Wednesday, and tomorrow's the 4th of July. Look, I'm a very patriotic person. I've talked about this before. If you are in the United States military currently, we appreciate your service. Past, we appreciate you. For the family members that have given the ultimate sacrifice, we appreciate your family members and what they've done. Because remember, freedom isn't free, as we always talk about, right? So we appreciate you guys. And there's a lot of military members that are watching our YouTube channel and they feel connected because of Alabama football. So we appreciate you guys out there. All right, let's continue with our next topic, which is Parker Brailsford. Okay. I saw this image pop up yesterday, and this was right before another Alabama commitment, right? If you're just here, you're like, hey, there's no commitment right now. What the hell is the staff doing? Right? It's like we started out July really good, and now we're like so used to like a commitment almost every day. Think about the last 14 days. I don't even know how many commitments they've been. It's just been like they've all been happening, and they've all been happening at like 1:30 p.m., which is cool because I'm home around that time. Had to kind of move some stuff around, but yesterday you had a big commitment in Caleb Edwards. We're going to talk about who could be next here in just a second, but Parker Brailsford posted this. And Parker Brailsford is an interesting case because this is the first time that we've seen him in an Alabama jersey. We didn't even get to see him during spring ball, and we don't really even understand why. Electric Grid, is Courtney Morgan going to USC? Nah, I don't think Courtney Morgan is going to USC. I even see that. So Electric Grid, if that like got you worked up or something like that, rest easy. What Alabama's building right now, you can't. I mean, I can't predict like the far out future, but right now, no. Courtney Morgan is like steamrolling this freight train into this cold summer. So Randall, I've seen that too. No, I don't think he goes to USC at all. So don't worry about that. I mean, what he's been doing right now, absolutely killing it. But with Parker Brailsford, what makes your ears perk up about this is the fact that we didn't see him during spring, and he was really the first transfer that came in from Washington. He was supposed to be the center, and everybody. And what made it even more dramatic is kind of what happened with Seth McLaughlin, right? Is he left, and then and before him, Terrence Ferguson left. So you didn't really have a center. So you bring in the center, and then you don't even see him during the springtime, and it turns out to be James Brockemeyer. He had a pretty good springtime. In fact, I personally saw with my own eyes is, Coach Kapilovic and James Brockemeyer working together. Looks like he had a breakthrough. Then he transfers out to TCU. But then we see that Parker Brailsford is backed up by Coach Kalen DeBoer saying there's nothing, going on. He's not playing right now, but he's going to be with the team. I can't wait to see him. I think this position has probably more pressure right now after the quarterback position because of what Alabama went through last season with all of the missed snaps. And I think a lot of the problems with the offense, not to point fingers, but, man, it's like snapping the football starts the absolute play. And outside of the quarterback, he's the guy who touches the ball every single time, right? And, I get it. There's bad snaps that happen every once in a while. You've been watching a lot of football, so have I. I have never seen as many bad snaps as I saw during the 2023 football season. Never. And I'm still surprised to this day when I still think about it that Coach Saban didn't make a change sometime during the season because it kept happening again and again and again. So Parker Brailsford, he's got a lot of pressure, had a really good Pro Football Focus grade, a part of that Joe Moore Award group last year, and that was Washington winning the overall Offensive Lineman Award. So he's got pressure, but everybody has pressure here at Bama Football, and that's just how it's going to be. So good to see Parker Brailsford. Actually, he looks kind of beefed up, to be honest. I saw him walking into the football facility, and, good sized dude, but right here you could see he looks good. I don't know how much he weighs right now. Maybe like, 290? I don't think he's 300 pounds, but athletic dude for Alabama. Okay, who's going to be next to commit? This is a graphic which is put together by Hayes Fawcett. And what's up, Devin? I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. So Hayes Fawcett, and he put out like eyeballs yesterday. I don't even know what the news is, but we're watching Hayes, and I'm sure you have your notifications turned on as well for him that there might be any sort of news. And I know that Justin Hill is announcing today. I haven't seen him forecasted to Bama at all. That's why I'm not really talking about it. I think he is going to commit to Ohio State. Ohio State is going to get theirs. So is LSU. So is, USC. So is Bama. I think in this case, Justin Hill will commit to Ohio. I believe he's from Ohio. This graphic right here is Caleb Cunningham. Caleb Cunningham is a 5-star wide receiver out of Mississippi. This was a recent graphic that Hayes put out, and it looks like Auburn, Alabama, Florida, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Mississippi State. He's done some interviews following his visit to Alabama and after meeting with Coach Kalen DeBoer and Jamarcus Shepard, and he said that Alabama out in front. Now, the only thing about this is he does seem like an Alabama lean, and he's pretty active, in terms of, being on social media and saying that, yeah, these, come on. He's like very supportive of Alabama, but I haven't seen a commitment date just yet. I think I saw somewhere in July or August, but I haven't seen any real detail in terms of when Caleb Cunningham will announce. And if you've seen that out there, throw it inside the comment box. I haven't seen it yet, but he is certainly a prospect that I think we all have eyes on. And I think if you're a wide receiver and you want to come here, and I know, look, we've been talking a lot about offensive prospects coming in. There are certainly defensive targets. I mean, just a couple days ago, what was it, last week, you got Dawson Merritt. So don't feel like all the focus is just on the offensive side of the ball. But Keelan Russell, with him committing, you're going to get absolutely savages at the wide receiver position. Latsier Brooks, that guy's already a monster. You brought in Caleb Edwards at tight end. And then if you're able to get Caleb Cunningham, maybe a Khalil Lockett, a Derek Meadows, I don't know, a Jamie French. Who knows? But this wide receiver class, it will be elite. I just don't know the components that'll be joining Latsier Brooks, Caleb Cunningham, a likely option. Again, we don't have a commitment date at this point in time. When you look to the overall recruiting rankings, and this is fresh off this morning, went to On3. There's On3, 24/7, Rivals. I think everybody has Alabama ranked number 2 at this point in time, which is July 3rd on Wednesday. And Ohio State has 3 5-star commitments with 13 4-star commitments. Alabama now with 15 4-star commitments and 1 5-star, the 5-star being Dejon Lee. What's going on, Matty P? I see you inside the comment box. George Scott, what's up? I see you as well. And what is going on? Kirk, I see you inside the comment box as well. Your Daily Escape, I see you too, man. What's up? Alabama, it's amazing to think they have 15 4-stars, right? I think 2 of those 4-stars will be or maybe at least one of those guys will be a 5-star. That's Keelan Russell. So there's 2 5-stars. You get on Caleb Cunningham, that would be 3 5-stars. Ty Haywood, that would be 4 5-stars. If you get A.K. Deer to really flip to Bama, that would be 5 5-stars. I think he'll be a 5-star. You get Naheem Oford to jump on board from Ohio State, that would be 6. You get Khalil Lockett, that would be 7. DeLeo King, what's up? I appreciate you. Ryan Williams, the thing about him, he's a member of the class of 2024. So he was a 5-star. So he's already enrolled at the University of Alabama. But you bring up a really good point, because Ryan Williams was actually supposed to be a member of this class of 2025. That's why he's recruiting so much, for this class of 2025. What's up, Aaron? I appreciate you, man. Stay on the ground, Kyle. Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate your support. One of the things for me too is, I'm always working on being consistent. It definitely is tough for content creators like myself, who just get by on YouTube for June and July, because there's not a lot cooking. The recruiting is, but you can only take recruiting so far. It's like, who's next? So always kind of staying on the grind, and that's why I get my workouts in. I think it helps me mentally be able to prepare for the show. That's why I do the show at 7:30. Plus, the space is really convoluted. As soon as I started doing morning shows, everybody started doing morning shows. And that's why I got out of kind of the night shows, is because everybody started doing the night shows. So trying to find that balance of what works, but also like having that tunnel vision to just focus on my own channel and my own lane is also something that I'm on a mission to do. I appreciate your support. So Alabama now number 2 in the rankings. Let me ask you this question right here. I'll go full screen on it. Can you guys help me out inside the comment box? Who do you think is next to commit to the Alabama Crimson Tide? Is it A.K. Deer? Is it Caleb Cunningham? Is it Ty Haywood? Or is it somebody else? If you think it's somebody else, just push D inside the comment box. There's the thing about it is there's no timeline for any of these guys. They could flip today, or they could commit today, or I don't know. Who knows? I'm getting some good feedback inside the comment box. Little Jet, what's up? Says B. That's Caleb Cunningham. I think. Oh, you know what? I could post a poll. That's something that I found out I could do yesterday. So I'm gonna post a poll, and I'm asking you the same thing, and then you guys go ahead and vote inside the poll. Next to commit, I'm putting together the poll right now. Next to commit, is it going to be AK? Is it going to be Caleb? Or is it going to be Haywood? That's what I'll put. All right, I just put the poll. So go ahead and vote in the poll, and let's see what the results read out. I guess I should have put other as well, and maybe had you guys list other. But as for the time right now, appreciate you, Garrett. What's up, man? Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And the thing is, man, like I got the energy in the morning, and I'm a morning type person. I got the energy really all the time, but I really feel that, you know, I can provide a lot of positivity for everybody in the morning. So I feel like utilizing that type of gift from myself, you know, to other people, I think it could be a good way to start the day. Plus, you know, I like to cover the news events for 30 minutes and then cover the news as it happens. So right now, we have 57% of our fans saying that A.K. Deere, who was committed at Ole Miss, is the next to commit. Again, there's no timeline. So really, we're just kind of rolling dice here, right? Benjamin, what's up? I see you inside the comment box. He's saying Deere is a 12-point. Max Tooney saying the kid from Phoenix City projects as a center, and that's Maul Waldrip. DC777 saying Kyle's always upbeat and positive. I appreciate you. Henry is saying C. Henry's been here with the super chats, man. And we appreciate you, Henry. Thank you so much, man. We love you, man. AK Deer looks like it could be, but kind of mixed bag. I would vote it like this too. I would say AK Deer. I would say AK or Caleb, and then I have no idea about Ty Haywood. No idea. I just don't. Okay, so we'll continue to track it as news happens right here at Bama Football on YouTube. If you guys can hit the thumbs up, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being with me this morning right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Again, Henry in with another 5 spot. Thank you, Henry, so much. Here's a graphic. Oh, look. Yeah, I updated the graphic because I asked you guys. I was like, listen, because the past couple of days, I had a 4-star for Caleb, right? So I've been asking you guys to remind me. Someone reminded me inside the comment box. So I finally got the 5-star up. So my apologies. I do all the graphics myself. So thank you for being patient on that front as we continue to work on that. If you were just joining us a little bit late, this was a post from Jalen Hell. And basically he's saying that, you know, he's going through it right now because of his injury, and this is kind of the comeback. And, you know, we're excited for him to get better. I can't wait to see what he can do here at the University of Alabama. And, I mean, some people had said that they could have seen him getting a lot of playing time this year. Now, this injury is probably a setback, but it's okay. People bounce back from setbacks. We talked about this yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. I had a graphic basically talking about the California commitments. And I love the California commitments because what Alabama has been able to do from the state of California, it's been really impressive to me, to be honest. I think when you look to pipelines, it's important to see who you are recruiting, where you're recruiting at, your ties, and how kind of that correlates to your overall recruiting class. Alabama's done a great job. Going into Texas. We've talked about kind of the lack of Florida prospects, and I think sometimes people get a little bit nervous about that. I'm not too nervous about it because the class is filling out by itself. Jarvis is saying it's called Calibama. I like that. And Cody's a Longhorn fan inside the comment box. He's like, stay out of Texas, please. But you did get Keelan Russell, and you might get Ty Haywood, and then could you get Khalil Lockett? If you're starting to get some of those guys from, you know, the Texas area, I think Alabama feels good. By the way, poll results out of 43 people that have voted this morning expect A.K. Deere to be the next to commit to Alabama football. Ryan Fowler just announced on his social media page. He does a really great job, by the way. He has like the keys to Bama. Okay, the guy's been in the industry a long time. He's got that beautiful long beard. The radio host Tide 100.9, great guy. I've had lunch with him several times. He invited me to lunch just recently. Really down to earth type guy, like zero ego, really hard worker. And he used to be a paramedic before he got into the radio industry. So he's been doing radio for 15 years or whatever. But he's been able to get some really great interviews with all of the coaches, Coach Kalen DeBoer. And look, nothing is entitled. Like, you've seen how many interviews I've gotten. I've asked for them, and sometimes you don't get interviews. You got to work for it. It's fine. I'm not entitled just because I have 106,000 subscribers that people are going to talk to me. It's not how it goes, but I've asked. So I have to be mentally ready if I do ever get those opportunities to talk to that caliber of coach, right? But Fowler announced yesterday that that summer practice will be July 29th, I believe. And that'll be the start of, your fall camp. That's following directly after SEC Media Days. SEC Media Days, I was thinking about going out there. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it this year. But maybe next year I'll be able to, get back out there, depending on it's kind of expensive to take all the gear to set up, post at the media hotel. Media hotel is like $250 a night. Plus, you're away from kind of your home setup. I need to be around fast internet all the time. I think most of that is streamed anyway. So I'm going to just, kick it back here in Tuscaloosa. Cody is saying Dylan French is leaning Texas. Is that Jamie French? Yeah. And hey, Jimmy, we see you inside the comment box. Oh, I got you. Cody's talking to Dylan inside the comment box. I got you. But I still, if you look at it, I still feel that Jamie French, he was recently called out by Keon, Russell, that, maybe he could be a part of this receiving class. I don't know how it's going to go. The one guy that I want at receiver, I'm just going to tell you, is Derek Meadows. As soon as this game drops, I have to ask you about this, the EA Sports game too. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. I think I might have taken it down. No, here it is. Okay. So this game, the reason I like Derek Meadows is because he's 6'6". When I play NCAA football, which I'm going to, I like big, tall wide receivers. I love them. I like mismatches. Let me ask you, inside the comment box, are you excited for this game to drop? Okay. Last night, I got on the sticks. All right, so this is a game that we all grew up with, right? Literally, I had stats of this game. Literally, I would write them down. This game is going to have the 12-team playoff. It's going to have everything. The attention to detail is going to be crazy, okay? And if you're interested in getting in our online dynasty, we're going to have an online dynasty up to 30 people. We're going to have that on Bama Football on YouTube. Let me ask you something, okay? As we warm up on the sticks, because I promise you, I'm going to bring the game to the channel, okay? So the game will be on the channel. Okay, you guys are going to ride and die with me on the Dynasty. I'm going to ask you guys to make the plays. I'm going to ask you guys what I should do. I'm going to play the Dynasty. It's going to be a lot of pressure because I'm sure the game is going to be tough. But that's what we're going to do together, okay? And so last night I got on the sticks and I played some Madden, right? I like to play FIFA. I like to play Madden. And I don't play a lot of video games, but I'm trying to warm up on the stick so I'm not kind of caught off guard when the game drops. All right. So would you guys be down if I stream a Madden game tonight or these next couple of days just to kind of help me out to get ready? Last night I played the Raiders, was able to come away with a 23-10 victory. So if you see a notification tonight or tomorrow, if it's streaming Madden and you hear me talking, then we can run with it. All right. And you guys can help me coach it up. All right. So, but that's what's going to be happening. So we're going to do everything together. I'm going to ask you guys about the recruiting. It's going to be a series called This Season. and we'll do everything together, right? So, hey, $100 super chat to, start someone else, at the running back position. You guys make the call. You guys help me out on defense. Last night, the Raiders were eating me up on defense, for example, right? I would like to go to the comment box and be able to ask you guys, what type of defense should I run? Should we recruit this player? Should we start Justice Haynes? Who should we start at the returning kickoffs? So I want to play the game, but have the undefeated have my back, and then we'll play the season together. Okay, so those are the things that we're going to do, and I can't wait to share that with you. So if you guys see tonight or tomorrow, streaming Madden, it's because I'm running some audio tests, and I'm, kind of trying to bring that here. So there's kind of a lot of parameters, so everything goes smoothly. But, that's kind of what to expect. So if you see it, don't be like caught off guard. Patriot Life, what's up? I appreciate you being here. Man, and look, I'm telling you, when I play with Alabama, am I going to utilize all of the weapons that Alabama has on offense? But yeah, I'm going to damn run Jalen Milroe for sure. Yeah, you better be ready for, this option coming. I mean, I haven't seen his speed rating, but I would imagine it's going to be like 94, right? It should be like 95, to be honest. I mean, there was someone that said like he's like a 4.3 type guy. I mean, and I don't even think we've seen how fast Jalen Milroe can be. Really, right? I got the early release too, Cody. So can't wait, and we'll do an online dynasty together. So and JG, you're right. Like back to real life recruiting, it looks like Alabama could end up with the number 1 recruiting class. So we'll see how it goes. But I appreciate you guys being on the morning segment and rocking with me right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Got news as it covers. I know there's no commitment right now, but in time, as commitments come and as news happens, we'll bring that to you right here on Bama Football on YouTube. If you guys could hit the thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Super chats, and if you guys could become fan funders, I appreciate that as well. There's lots of options, and there's lots of people covering Alabama football out there. I continue to say, I see even bigger entities out there now moving from the paid subscription wall to just giving their information out on YouTube because they understand the benefits in the platform. Used to be able to, you used to have to pay $100 to access these recruiting sites or these websites. You don't have to do that anymore, because they give all the information for free on YouTube, which is dope. And they're doing a really good job, in this space, and other smaller content creators that might even work here on this YouTube channel, support them too, because I promise you, they are doing their best job to give you information. And they're really entertaining, and they're trying to make their way too. So when you're out there and you see their content, don't feel like you just have to be like loyal to Bama Football on YouTube. Support all of those people in that space, because I promise you, like, they're trying to do their absolute best to give you content related to Alabama football. There's enough to go around, I promise you. So go out and follow your people, support the product, and I appreciate you guys being here this morning right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Have a blessed Wednesday. Stay tuned for notifications if any videos drop, and I will keep you posted as news happens right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Patriot Life, I see you inside the comment box. Have a beautiful rest of your morning, and I will catch up with you soon right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl was crazy. I love Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl was the funnest game. I loved, because I played with the 49ers, and I go with Joe Montana, Roger Craig, Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Brent Clark, Tom Rathman. And then what I was on the backside, on the defensive side, I was just Ronnie Lott, and I would just like run all over the field and intercept like every single pass. Because remember, it kind of worked both ways. Like on Tecmo Bowl, all you had to do was get in front of the player, the receiver, for interception. You remember this? And it was an automatic wide receiver. It wasn't until like Tecmo Super Bowl, like, kind of the other ones, where if you got in front of them, it was like an incomplete pass. But I have played NCAA football for forever. For like, I still have the old copies. Watch, let me see if I can find one real quick. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 seconds. Be right back. So if you ever come to hang out at my house, okay, look, this is where I got the Tecmo Bowl, okay, like old school. So I got the Nintendo. You guys remember this Tecmo? Like this is like the OG. This is Tecmo Super Bowl, okay. All right. Do you remember this game? This game, I'm telling you, I played this game the other day. Like, well, not the other day, but back in March. This NCAA basketball game was, I mean, it was so well done. And the attention to detail, like they have all of the arenas. Yeah, hell yeah, it still works. Yeah, this works. And this works. And then I have some older NCAA football ones. This is one of the only ones I could find right now. I have them organized, so I might have another spot. But this is from the 2013. But I have older copies. So yeah, I've been playing same thing. I mean, we're all the same. Been playing the games for a long time. So I have a setup where I have the NES games and I have Nintendo 64 games and I have of course, like the PS games. So I appreciate you guys, and I can't, wait for this game to drop. But I appreciate you guys. Wow, AK Deer 45, Caleb Cunningham 39%. So that's good. All right, now I gotta go get ready to. I gotta take Caden to work here in a little bit. Chick-fil-A. But I appreciate you guys being here, rocking with me this morning, being a little bit informal, kind of towards the back end. I am a person in real life, just like you. I'm just on YouTube. So thanks for being here, fam. I appreciate you. Southern Red, good morning to you. Efron, what's up? I appreciate you too. Jimmy Baker, thank you so much for your continued support right here on Bama Football on YouTube. See you guys.